want to see how I achieve this extended soft lock look, just keep on watching.
To get started, I braided my hair into small sections, and I am taking my crochet hook and putting that through the bottom of the braid and latching the crochet lock onto the hook and pulling it through. Next, I pulled the lock and my hair through the loop and tightened it to make sure it was secure. Alright, this next step is a little complicated. I'm taking the lock and unraveling it, but at the same time, I'm wrapping my hair in the lock. So it's like I'm unwrapping, wrapping, unwrapping, wrapping. Now it's time to extend the lock. I start off by taking a lock and putting it on my finger, and then taking the lock that I already put in my head and splitting that in two at the bottom. Now with the lock that you split into two and then the lock that's on your finger, you're gonna put one strand through the hole, like through the lock that was on your finger, and tie a secure knot. Like so, like that, like Auntie Tabitha say. And you just want to make sure it's secure, because like you don't want to look on the ground and the extended part of the lock is on the floor. Like that's not a good look, sis. So after you tie the knot, you're gonna have these like two strands. You're just gonna like wrap one downwards and then wrap the other upwards. It doesn't have to be perfect. That's what the nail glue is for. If something's, you know, sticking out of place or something, the nail glue can easily fix that. So don't worry if like it's not perfect. Now I'm taking the water wave hair and adding it to the lock in the same way that I added the lock to my braid. And I'm just gonna tighten that and wrap it around the lock, but I'm going to wrap it around the lock in the opposite direction that the lock is already wrapped in. You know what I mean? So like if the lock is already like going clockwise, then you're going to wrap the water wave hair counterclockwise. I hope that makes sense. I use clockwise and counterclockwise to sound fancy, but I don't even know which is which when dealing with this hair. So yeah, like if the lock is going one way, wrap the water wave hair the other way. Ooh, hey. Okay, but now it's time to move on to the next one. So I'm taking the crochet hook, putting it underneath my braid, attaching the lock onto the hook, closing the latch, and pulling it through. Now I'm going to pull my braid and the lock through the loop and tighten them. I'm going to slow this next part down so like you can really see what I mean when I say I'm unraveling the lock and at the same time wrapping it around my braid. I don't know what other way like to explain it, but hopefully this makes it a little bit more clear. All right, time to extend. Split that lock in two, put one strand through the loop of the other lock, and tie a knot. And it's the same as before, wrap one strand upwards and the other downwards, and use nail glue if needed to secure any flyaways, any stuff. I'm really sorry y'all if you're finding that I'm not very good at explaining this. I just hope that you're able to tell like visually what I'm doing. One more time, I'm gonna show y'all one more time, but this time I'm just gonna let it play through. If you need any clarification on anything, you can always go back to earlier in the video. But yeah, I will see you guys after it's done.
All right, y'all, that's it for this soft lock tutorial. I hope it helped, you know, whoever has been wanting to try soft locks. Disclaimer, I am not a hairstylist. Like, y'all know this. I say this in my makeup videos. I'm not a makeup artist. I'm not a hairstylist. You know, I just do what works for me. So, you know, a lot of them are messy looking, you know, but I feel like they look better messy. So that's why I don't really like take my time to make sure everything looks perfectly neat, or, you know, start over if something's looking a little janky. Like, it is what it is. In my humble opinion, it still looks cute. So yeah, with that being said, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next video.